Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Wicker Biscuit.
Hey Gary, do you ever get so entrenched in a topic that you forget to mention what the topic is that you're talking about?
Yeah, in fact, I did that in this episode.
Well, we got some time now, so let's use this intro to tell our listeners the topic.
Indeed. This episode was a mixed bag, but the general topic was diners and eateries that tickle our fancy.
And a few that fancy a tickle.
Ooh, that sounds inviting.
Well, good, because we are now formally inviting you to enjoy this fresh-baked episode.
It was recorded in July.
What the fuck?
Yeah, perfection takes time, Ryan.
True that, sister. Enjoy the episode, everybody.
All right, welcome everybody, welcome everyone to another awesome episode of Wicker Biscuit. Wicker Biscuit. We are baking up some goodness for you all tonight. Let's hear who's all on the pod. Can we start over here?
I'm Amanda.
Amanda.
Ryan.
You sound
And then
frightened.
Leah, say
A
hello.
little bit.
Hi, Leah.
Courtney.
Tiffany.
Jay.
Jay, Mystery Jay. All right.
And you are?
I am Gary. I'm hosting tonight. I'm Gary. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. So, guys, tell me what's up. Give me some stuff. What's been going on? Amanda, do you have any new coaches?
We do have a new coach.
Yeah, we just got a new car today.
Oh, today.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's the third car we've bought from this dealership. And we learned that our neighbors, when they bought a car, they got hats. So Gary was very brave because I'm like, I want a hat. But I won't ask for that stuff because I will be devastated if they tell me no and it's not logical. But Gary's like, hey, so our neighbors got a hat when they were here. So
Well, I
I
like to do it. I do it where I play dumb. So I'm like, well, these guys, they had some really nice looking hats. Was that a promotion or something? And then she's like, fuck no, we'll get you a hat. And I'm like, goddamn right, you'll give me a hat when I'm spending this much.
Just like that.
They have a showcase. A little showcase,
get to
like a
pick.
trophy showcase at like a high school with the trophies, and it was all Toyota merchandise.
I think they save it for the new cars, but we've
Whatever.
spent enough there.
Well,
This
last time I
one's
bought a
used?
car, all I got was a tiny bottle of water.
We got Diet Cokes today too.
Oh,
We got some
nice.
Diet Cokes, yeah.
Those
Yeah,
are nice.
actually, a little bit shout out. Marquardt Toyota, they're actually pretty good. They did right by us.
Sponsorship
Yeah,
opportunity
you
there.
know what?
Mark.
Yeah, guys,
I'm gonna
jump
be,
on it.
I'm going to be your rival
sponsors.
because I am all about Chilson Subaru.
I
Me
love
too.
Subarus.
Love
And
them.
Courtney's dad loves Subarus.
I just got a new
No,
one
if-
myself.
Was in the best.
If I didn't
group
get a
project I've ever
Highlander, I
had.
would have gotten a Subaru. Seriously.
Or you Chilsons out there if you want to sponsor. Get a
Chilson,
bidding war.
You were in my marketing class.
Oh,
I dressed as a cow.
We
I
got
actually-
an inside connection here.
Well, see, I have bought my last 4 cars from... but his wife is...
Okay.
and I love him. I got a keychain. They gave me,
they
besides
didn't-
the paper one.
I think that was one of the options, but I wasn't going to go for a keychain.
No, it
versus
just
a
came
hat.
with it.
Although they did have very nice tumblers. But
Yeah, they did have nice tumblers, but I have enough tumblers.
No, that was
Yeah.
part of the deal. Like, it wasn't like an extra. It was like you get a car. I've got a couple of those now.
We had a Sears keychain.
There's 3 Subaru drivers in here.
Nice.
It's true.
Any other new stuff that anybody wants to share? Any fun things?
Likes the Subarus.
Yeah,
When
you
I worked for bank for our holiday bonus, they sent us a pen in the mail.
Ooh.
So it was like, oh,
Is it a fancy
happy
pen?
holidays from bank. Here's one pen.
Was it like a nice pen or was it like a pen that you would steal from the lobby?
It was like lobby plus, but not like special.
Okay.
Are you calling swear words again?
Maybe.
I did have an employer once that gave a pen as a gift, but it was a really nice pen and it had our names engraved in it.
I got a car wash once.
Cool.
Like,
No.
You own an actual car wash?
No,
that'd be
they gave me a
nice.
free car wash.
Like your employer put on a bikini and
That would have been better
washed your car.
because I know how much it costs to get a car wash.
My last employer, what they would do is the director would choose a charity that she liked and make a donation from our department and then tell us later.
That's awesome.
And
that's
that was
lovely.
it.
Super cool.
I'm like, we didn't even get to vote on the charity or
At least you didn't get the cookie. Everybody gets a cookie in healthcare.
you get a cookie? I didn't get a cookie. We have potlucks.
I feel like teachers get lots of cookies
I've never
too.
seen the word potlucks with so much stank. Like, potluck.
Well, because I had to drive an
Truth
hour.
be
told
And then,
I love a
like,
fucking potluck.
I was
good
always
times.
like
Too.
the loser that would bring chips because I'm like, I'm not cooking shit to
Right.
bring an
No,
hour and like
totally
have
get
a
that.
crock pot fall in my
that
car.
actually is what
That's
ticks
fair.
me off about my job is like, so there's those of us who are on the floor and we work these crazy ass hours, and then there's like the dietitian and the PD nurse and the office manager and the social worker. They all work like 8 to 5, so they're always like, oh, we're having potluck on this day. I'm like, I don't eat with you people. I have break at 6:30 in the morning, so like, cool, have a potluck. I'm not bringing anything or eating any of your food because I'm gonna eat my apple at 6:30 in the morning. Take a nap.
Yeah, they would always have like fancy stuff. Like a lot of times, like they'd have potluck on days that I didn't go to the office post COVID, and I'm like, cool, have fun, guys. I'll eat my sandwich, and you guys can talk about it. Thanks.
Not a fan of the
I would love to eat
pots.
sandwiches with you.
Thank you.
Someday we should have a potluck, and then we just record it, and that's kind of an episode.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I did love the potlucks when I was available, but I did not like the pressure of trying to choose
That
the
whole
thing to bring.
office setting with that's when I gained so much of my adult weight because everybody's bringing because there's days where it's just so goddamn miserable that we'd make up stuff like, oh, we're gonna do this because the Packers are
yeah.
starting, and then we all bring
No.
food and we get really fucking
That
fat.
That's what happened when I worked at because we were just bad influences on each other.
Yeah.
I'd bring my little happy lunch, my little like sandwich and my yogurt cup and stuff, and they'd be like, "We're gonna order from today. Do you want in?" Like, oh yeah. Japanese food.
Oh,
Don't worry, we'll
So
we'll
good.
go there in the episode of
You
Poppin'
can't.
Cherries.
Oh, it's
You-
very good.
You
Yeah.
like had to poop yourself.
Oh, actually, yes, I can't eat there.
why?
Well, so I ate there,
It could have been a one-time thing.
and then I got the shits, and then I thought that too. So then I ate Seth's leftovers and had the same exact thing. So as far as I can tell, everything from that restaurant gives me vigorous, awful shits.
But you'd previously eaten there.
That's sad.
You shit like you masturbate.
It was just only the one time. Every time I've eaten something from there, awful shits. Just like vigorous, like masturbation. Yes.
That's too bad.
Like,
'cause
just
it's
wrecked a
delightful.
toilet bowl.
Delightful.
Oh my
I'm
God,
really
so
picky
good.
though about certain things. Like all the there's restaurants where it's like, okay, you go to Ninja, they have really good this, and you go to Shanghai Bistro, they have really good that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I love crab rangoon, but the crab rangoon do not love. Period.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, "Bleh." So it's like depending on where I go, it determines what I'm gonna get for like a
Recently went to Thai Orchid.
Ooh,
Thai
had
orchid's
some
love
quite
that
yummy.
place.
Drunken noodles.
I like crab rangoon the best from Rice Palace.
I
don't know if I've
love
had it from there.
Rice Palace.
Mine is fortune cookie.
My favorite used to be Fortune Cookie, actually.
I love Fortune
that was
Cookie,
my
too.
first place that I ever bought takeout from
And-
as a big city girl from a small town.
Mine was Quick Walk.
Was that with me? Did I take you there?
Quick Walk, too. Actually, I think it might have been.
Fortune Cookie's one of my favorites.
Really, Mike.
I also really like I don't know
Good
if
to
it's
see
there
the Jade
anymore, but
Garden.
that dragon one that was over
Probably
by,
here.
well, it's now a festival on the west side.
Probably who?
Oh, Pan Asia.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
wrong,
Golden Dragon.
Wrong
maybe.
festival.
yeah, Golden Dragon.
Golden Dragon.
I loved that one.
I haven't been
Still
there.
there.
For some
forever.
they had, I don't know what the fuck it was about it, but they had great lo mein.
Yeah.
I like the lo mein from Chopsticks, and I like their crab rangoon too. But it's not the same kind. It's not folded. It's like the triangles.
I like the triangle
But
sometimes.
I love that. Yeah,
I like it when it's just cream cheese wontons. Just essentially the same thing. They just don't put in the crab.
Ooh,
You know?
I love the crab.
see, there's
Fair
something about when you get it. It's like the crunchy part is delicious, but the filling, it's like they put like an onion or something in it. That's just like there's too much going on in here. I don't like it.
You guys are so fancy. I just had China buffet. That was the closest classies we got, and they had to change the name to the buffet because they got into a prostitution ring.
Oh, shit.
That's
happens.
a story I never heard.
Goodness.
Yeah, they literally were bringing prostitutes in by the busloads.
So like that was part of the buffet.
It was somewhere on the menu. I
It was the
can't
secret menu.
something.
Jesus.
Off the menu.
Are you ordering with the app today? No hookers.
I guess they had
thanks.
their own house. Like they had to shut down the house because it was like
Boy.
they would take them, from there to this house, and then they
So
had
was
to
it
change
actual
it.
prostitution or was it sex trafficking?
Both.
Because
I never ordered it off the menu. I don't know.
Was in on it too?
Oh, please say no.
Kyle Damon, probably.
Because wasn't that right by buffet?
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
sure
special
is.
pie.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay, for real though, they had amazing pie. Like not
Amanda.
What about
joking.
Main Street Cafe?
That makes my heart
Main Street
sad.
Cafe is amazing. That's in Bloomer.
Yeah.
Betty's Pies.
That's a whole nother den of sin.
It's not in
That's all-
Duluth.
yeah.
It's in
Whatever.
Two
Two
Harbors.
Okay, whatever. I don't care.
You've
It's
been there.
on the highway, and it's
Oh,
fantastic.
their
and it's
caramel
so
apple
good.
is out of this world.
There's road construction in front of it, and the road construction sign has a sign for Betty's Pies.
Yeah. It was so
I
iconic that the road construction made a sign. By the way, there's road construction, but here's the way to Betty's Pies.
have to say I was just okay about it.
Really? What,
Yeah.
what pie did you get?
I don't even remember. It was just that not remarkable.
Well, maybe that's
that-
on you.
Maybe you didn't get the special pie.
Maybe there was a special ingredient in your guys' pie.
Maybe.
I'll take it.
Devin had the pie shake, which I thought that was just.
Seth had the pie shake also.
What the fuck is
That sounds
They,
delicious.
It's a
they make a
whole-
milkshake and they put a whole fucking slice of pie in it
And blend it.
and blend it.
It's so good.
That sounds
But
magical.
so much.
Oh my god.
I'm
yeah,
into it.
I can tell
I'd
you
do
want to
it.
go. You want to go.
I do.
I'll
Yeah.
take you.
I'm intrigued.
It's so good. And then you can go to Gooseberry Falls, and it's all free, and it's beautiful.
Gooseberry Falls is amazing.
That sounds like a delightful day.
Lots of hiking.
Can we also go to Delta Diner then?
I don't know what that
Where
is,
is
but it
that?
sounds fantastic.
Fuck up.
Ooh, it's good.
Is it
You
still
don't know
open,
what
though?
Delta Diner is? Yes,
No,
it's still open.
Is it like
I
Courtesy
don't-
Diner?
Oh, Courtesy Diner. Ooh.
You really don't know what
Tell
Delta
me about
Diner
Delta
really
Diner,
don't
and then
know.
I'll tell you about Courtesy Diner.
Okay, Delta Diner was on
I like
the
the alliteration.
infamous Diners, Drive-Ins, Dives.
Triple D, baby.
A lot of things have been on that.
Not
I
a
also
lot
have no
where
memory
we can get to.
of things.
Anyway, love him. Guy Fieri,
Yeah.
stud.
Yeah.
Well, he wears Crocs.
I
I do too.
I actually
But
wear
like
Crocs.
that can't be part of your personality.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Wait, who was in the episode though? It was bad. Jimmy Johns? Was it the guy?
I love Jimmy
That guy's
John.
also a douche.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
but-
bad.
No,
dude.
no, no. The founder's a douche, but he's
Oh.
not
Yeah.
involved with it
Well, I
anymore.
like their sandwiches.
Yeah.
I like that usually when I go there, it's like hot college boys
The
with like really nice
shark
arms.
fucker.
Okay, we got
Making-
so far off track.
Okay.
I shouldn't have mentioned it.
No,
Anyway,
that's
back
the name
on
of
the
the
train
game.
track.
That's
okay,
the name of the
so
game.
It's a little diner. It's like a
Double D's.
like one of those silver.
oh
a
yeah,
dining car?
Like a
where it
dining
looks
car.
almost like one of those streamlined
Yes,
campers.
Like yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's got the counter,
Nice.
which you know you love a counter, and some booths. They have this thing called hot cakes, which are like really thin pancakes, but they've got little chunks of like jalapeno in them. And you think maybe not, but delicious.
I don't like jalapenos.
Not
Amanda can't do
spicy.
the spicy.
They're not spicy. I'm here to tell you. All of their pancakes are great, and they have Dutch babies.
Ooh, I've heard good stuff about those.
I don't want to eat
from
a
Linda
baby.
Belcher.
It's not a baby.
You do though.
Do I? Do I want to be a baby eater? I mean, I might
You
reconsider.
want to be like that painting with like the trolls, like with the baby legs sticking out.
Yeah, I feel
Can
like
you also Dutch baby me on the?
That sounds like a weird sex thing. Like I'm gonna take a shit on your chest and then slap you.
Is that what you get at that Chinese restaurant?
While eating a windmill cookie.
Okay.
And I'll be wearing Crocs.
So it's a pancake that they make in a cast iron pan,
Yeah.
and so they're super fluffy, and they make different flavors. So
There's a whole episode where Linda Belcher gets a Dutch baby.
okay. Well, I don't remember things.
Fair enough.
Gary.
Anyway, the food is divine.
And I get to eat
there's
babies.
Definitely going to be a wait, probably if you're not there right when it opens. It is in the middle of nowhere,
Perfect.
northern Wisconsin. Gary, can you do me a solid?
You bet.
Is it by winter?
It's Delta Diner.
Dutch baby. Sure. Let's look it up. Fuck my mouse. There we go.
I don't remember what I had last time,
I can't.
but I'm a savory breakfast
I just want to
girl.
pretend like Delta Burke hangs out there the whole time too.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't it cute? It's the cutest.
Is Delta Burke still
No
alive,
tip.
Ryan?
Yes.
Oh, look at their phone number.
So
715-372.
How is it in a 715?
Okay, so here's the thing. They also pay their wait staff and people a living wage. You're not supposed to tip there, so also A+ for them.
I like
Way
that.
to go, them.
A+.
As long as their pancake isn't like when I was pregnant and I really craved like bacon and all of the breakfast meat category, and we went to what is the pancake
There it
place?
is.
Pancake place.
Yeah, the pancake place in Green Bay, and they have gigantic pancakes. And I was thinking the meat pancake was like I get a pancake with all of the sides of meat that I wanted to eat.
There's meat in the pancake.
Yeah, it was meat inside of the pancake, which I did not love as a pregnant lady.
Big T. time out. What is this place called?
The Pancake,
Pancake
place,
Place.
in Green Bay.
I believe that we went there.
Oh, probably.
It's
It's
During
legendary.
a hockey
Yeah,
tournament.
you
Yeah.
need to go there. It's fantastic.
There's like a billion
Yes.
pancakes.
Yeah.
It
yes,
was good.
it is.
Justin
fantastic.
Timberlake ate there.
But I did
How
not
about
love
that?
For real.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake ate there.
Yeah, I did not love the meat
pancake.
pancake. So then
It
Gary
wasn't
had
what you were looking for.
Gary had to eat the meat
I
pancake.
did eat the meat pancake.
It was very considerate.
Okay, so Delta Diner added on this little
Look
on the
it.
side.
Oh, and there's
so
a mural.
They do meats and stuff. That's called the Island something. I feel like.
Oh. Burgers, blues, and brews.
Yeah, so they do
Nice.
beer and music and smoked meats.
What
of
are the
stuff.
hours there? Because we're going up north at some point, and we
Where
could.
is Delta, Wisconsin?
It's not in Delta,
by
Wisconsin.
Mason.
I thought
It's
it's
in Mason, Wisconsin, Gary.
here, Delta,
Oh.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Oh, just kidding. I'm
It's
sorry.
it's a
I take
tiny
it back.
town. I mean, it's literally this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, hot
Highly
dog.
recommend.
not sure they permit
Delightful. Also, I'm gonna warn you if you're just expect to wait, but you can sit outside and you can get a little coffee or a snack from the little coffee place next door, and just wait until your name gets called. There's little picnic tables out there. All right, now I need to know about Courtesy Diner.
Okay, so
and
Courtesy
where
Diner
it?
is just there's
St.
3
Louis.
locations, but it's
Okay.
no 2 locations. It's in St. Louis. It's just a hole in the wall diner, but it's just amazing. Like literally the best cheeseburger and hash browns I've ever had.
And it's super cheap.
Oh, you have to
Super
describe the
cheap.
hash browns to me.
Oh my god, they're like
Crispy or not?
they're crispy and yet soggy. Like
Okay.
they
Okay.
they do them right, where you get the outer crust, but yet the inside's kind of got the sogginess to it, so it's not dry. And they were just perfect. But like growing up, Chicken Hut.
Yeah, Chicken Hut. I remember the Chicken Hut.
Okay. Chicken Hut, they had when you'd get a burger, you could get your choice of potato. So it was fries or hash browns or something else. And I would always get a cheeseburger and hash browns, and that was like my favorite. And like nowhere in the world has this. But Courtesy Diner didn't have a fryer. So if you wanted a potato, you were getting fucking hash browns or
Yeah.
not.
Like mashed potatoes.
Or not.
I don't know if they had mashed potatoes. They might have, but
It's so good.
yeah.
See, the Delta Diner vibe reminds me of like Mickey's Diner downtown St. Paul.
I'm going to tell you a story. It's diner adjacent. So when we came back from Texas recently, and we were driving back, my aunt from Texas, we brought her with us so she could go to this other family reunion that we had in Wisconsin. And we didn't know where we were going to eat, but instead of going through like the city, like the cities, we went through like a different part of Minnesota so that we could go kind of scenic and whatever. We stopped at this diner, and I was like, oh, I wanted diner food so bad because I love a diner.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I love, especially like the more mom and pop, the better. I mean, not that I won't eat at a corporate diner, but you know. And they're like, well, we'll check if it's open. So I get out of the car, and mind you, we were like loaded to the hilt with our luggage and stuff. So like I had 2 bags by my feet. So getting out of the car was an ordeal.
process.
And I get up and I go and look, and it's like open to whatever. And I could see that people were in there. And I come back and I'm like, yep, they're there. And Carl's like, oh, well, we're kind of deciding we want to go to maybe Pizza Hut or something. Which I'm like, okay, fine. But I really was excited to eat like bar and grill / diner food. Then we're driving towards like where we might find a Pizza Hut in this town. And then my aunt's like, oh, well, we could go to Texas Roadhouse. Now, mind you, we just came out of Texas. And all we ate was like Texas-y food. And like, yes, that's the first thing I want is to eat at Texas Roadhouse, which we did, and it was fine. But I was so annoyed because I'm like, I wanted to eat at the diner, and I always get complaints from Carl about how I never want to decide where we eat. Like, yeah, it's true. So the one time I do, they're like, well, let's not do that then.
Well,
Okay,
That's the thing, like Pizza Hut, Texas Roadhouse, like those are everywhere.
exactly.
This diner.
Exactly, and. The Pizza Hut thing was then I got my mouth all ready for like, okay, I can eat pizza. That'd be cool. And then we didn't do that either. And I was like, oh.
Too much, changing course.
But yes, diner food is. I just feel like you don't normally get bad diner food, except occasionally their soup will be too salty, depending on where you are. But
My dad didn't like to go into fast food restaurants, but he would go to the Torpedo or things like that. Like we could stop at a diner. That's fine.
When I was a child, we could only go to places that had smoking sections.
do you ever, like in a weird way, miss restaurants having smoking sections?
No.
Like I think about like banquet halls, or like if you went to a supper club, like the smell was kind of in everything, but it wasn't horrible. But like the tablecloths smelled a little bit like a smoker. but like the food was always so good. So I think there's this weird Pavlov's dog of like that kind of smells like yummy dinner rolls.
I kind of get what you're saying.
See,
Oh, I get you.
I grew up in a smoking household environment, so the smell of smoke
Gross.
didn't exist
Oh,
to me
sure.
until I moved out.
You were nose blind to it.
I was, and so I went. Now when I go back to my parents' house, I'm like, but it does smell like my childhood, I guess. So yeah.
Oh, there's places that smell like old grocery stores remind me, they smell like my grandma's bar in the morning before everything, like before anybody showed up. So like the grocery store in Bayfield, I love it because I'm like, it smells like grandma's, like just the bar, like her kitchen didn't smell like that. That was mostly cigarette smoke because everybody smoked.
See,
in
I get
all
that.
areas.
Because my grandma owned an antique shop, so now when I smell old things like
Oh,
old
yeah.
books, I love that smell.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm going to throw in another diner. So there was a diner it's no longer there, but in New York called Moondance Diner. And when we were in New York in high school,
I was there.
we were in Soho, and we were looking for a place to eat, and everything was ungodly expensive. It did, a high schooler had no no purpose or to buy a meal there. No, just it wasn't going to happen. So we're looking all around, and some dude's like, "Oh, you're looking for like a diner place? Go down here." So then we went there, and we had no idea the significance of it. But Moondance Diner was like a New York staple. Like if you watch old episodes of the show Friends, when Monica had the job at the diner, that was the diner. Those were the shots
Fake
from it.
boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the inside wasn't the
Flame
same,
retardant boobs.
but like the outside shots
Right.
was that diner.
And
In the movie Spider, so we didn't know this, and then that summer we were watching the movie Spider-Man, and Mary Jane worked at that diner, so she comes out, and we're just like, we fucking ate there.
No shit.
And something really funny happened there. Our server spilled water on our Gary's sister Jackie's pants.
Yeah.
And Jackie was like easy going about it, like no big deal. The server's like, "Do you want to wear my pants?" I feel so bad.
Yeah. So for New York, it was actually a pretty decent priced meal. The meal was okay. It was good. But like we had no idea the significance of like this was like a New York landmark. But it shut down recently, or not recently, a couple of years back. But I think somebody bought it and actually
We're getting
moved
old.
it.
Recently is very relative. Like recently could be 15 years ago.
That's true.
But yeah, see,
That's how I feel about Mickey's Diner.
yeah.
Because that was in the Mighty Ducks. That's where the mom worked of Charlie, or went, or they went for dinner. I can't remember now. That's how old we are. My grandmother worked there when she was a teenager.
Nice.
But yeah, it was epic. And it made me feel all worldly where I'm like, oh, it's in the movie Spider-Man and I ate there.
Isn't that weird? It's kind of a weird feeling when you're like, oh, I've been somewhere where things are happening.
Yeah.
Courtney, I have a question for you related to the diners.
Yes.
Maxine's?
Absolutely amazing.
Let's hear about it.
Tell us about Maxine's.
Well, you got to be up there. Well, actually, our uncle he's put a kibosh to it because there's somebody that he does not like that goes there. So he's written it off altogether. But
Oh, bummer.
it starts with this cutest little lady. Have you met? Oh, the Maxine.
What happened?
Footsied me.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I thought it was something about Maxine.
Me too.
Pie.
Courtney remembered something about.
No, she's the cutest little thing, and she like still to this day wears like a beehive. Like, do you remember? It used to be the owners from Russ's Pancake House in Rice Lake,
Didn't know that.
and then they opened this little diner, and
It's real close to the bowling alley.
it's only open like if you're gonna be like up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, early bird.
Like,
Well, then you would think Uncle would love it.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
that's right on
Nope,
Main
he
Street,
cut
right?
it right off. No, not going there.
It's very close to Grandpa's old
It
house.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just makes your dad make him breakfast.
Yeah, I've been there before. I remember it now. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
My favorite is the biscuits and gravy.
Of course.
They're so good.
And like their big other thing is that like if you have their hash browns, which really aren't hash browns, they're like cube potatoes.
Yeah, they're that kind of.
But
they-
if you get
what do they say?
gravy on it, that's like the thing.
Right. I used to, it's not a diner, but when we worked at Hardee's, we would always get the gravy from the biscuits and gravy and just put it on the hash browns. They're hash brown. The potato buttons. The potato buttons.
Did you ever make a breakfast
That's gonna be
sandwich,
fire.
put the potato buttons and gravy, and then eat it?
No, I haven't.
Missed opportunity, guys.
It is.
But I want to clarify that on these hash browns, you didn't get like the biscuit and gravy. It was like
Brown
turkey
gravy?
or yeah,
Like poutine
Okay.
almost.
yeah, kind
Oh,
of yeah.
ooh, I love poutine.
Big fan of poutine myself.
It's to die for.
So when you were talking about Maxine and pie, it made me think of that teacher you told us about who she talked about like the really big teacher, and she's
Oh,
like,
I thought you said T-shirt.
oh, teacher. No, sorry, teacher.
yes, the teacher that
I love pie.
I've told you guys this, so I mean it's
I don't know if you've told the audience though, so go into it.
okay. Well, my cousin Miranda, her and I tighter than butt cheeks.
Not getting
Anyways.
bleeped out, Miranda. Enjoy.
Nope, she's gonna get there. I almost want to call her just so she can do a really good imitation of her. It is stellar. But we had this lady. She was amazing. I will say she was like one of my favorite teachers. But she taught computer class, where the keyboarding class,
Yep.
and the rows of tables were very close to each other. And back then we had the big giant monitors, and she was a large lady. God bless her heart. Like I said, I loved her, and I am a big one myself. So it was not related to that. But somebody that was always against the wall would have to ask her a question. So like she would start at the aisle, and she'd have to sneak her way between all the monitors and the kids, and like shit you not, your hair would shift. It would like part to the other side. And then on the way back, and the monitors would all like bing, 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 like on the way through. And then she'd go back, and then they'd all like go back into formation. But the woman loved pie. She just loved it.
Her voice would drop an octave when she talked about
Like
it.
no shit, it would. It like she'd be like just like, okay, so today we're gonna have a test, and oh my god, this weekend I had some pie. It was to die for. And her favorite was the French silk pie, but she would just like, I mean, she would list off all of the pies from Nordsky.
Like
Just
Forrest Gump for
randomly.
pie.
It was like Tourette's, but with pie. It'd be like butterscotch. She's like, okay, everybody, we're working on our, FGs, whatevers, and blueberry.
That's what she should have made you type up as like a pie list or something.
But her favorite was the French silk pie, and she'd be like, the French silk pie, it's to die for. And she would like rattle off the prices, and she'd like, it's $8.99 if you return the pie back. She was awesome. I loved her though, but she loved her pie. And my cousin and I, we could not pull her shit together. And to this day, Miranda does the best impression.
Yeah,
of her,
she
but-
does. I mean, I never met the lady, but I've heard Miranda's impersonation.
We actually had pie that night
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did
in the hotel room.
Oh, we had. I thought we had cheesecake.
We did.
Oh, it was cheesecake.
Because
It
we
was
were at a cheesecake factory.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's how
cousin to
the teacher
pie.
came up.
You know what it is? Of all the
more-
cakes, like birthday cake isn't pie-esque, but cheesecake is.
I feel like cheesecake is more pie-like than cake-like.
Yes.
Absolutely, I'd agree with you.
Cheese pie.
Yeah.
It's a cheese. It is kind of a cheese.
Well,
pie.
Belgian pie has
How do
cheese
you
on top
feel
of it.
when it comes to cheesecake? A lot of people will buy like, here's a big tray of cheesecake, and I'm always like, I like cheesecake a lot, but those ones that you buy like at Walmart or something, it's always too dense. Like I like
yeah.
Yeah.
not quite souffle like, but I like
Sure.
I like to be a little more whipped and like, ooh,
Yeah,
and I can
yeah.
put fruit
no,
on
no,
it.
I get that. Yeah. I completely agree with you, to be honest. But then again, I don't mind the dense either.
I don't mind it, but that's if I have a preference. I'd
I'll
rather
eat all of it.
Yeah. There's so back to diners, because we forgot to mention it in the beginning, but this episode is now about diners.
Yay! Yay, diners.
And pie.
This one right
Main
now.
Street Cafe. Main Street Cafe is a little diner in Bloomer, but they sell their pie everywhere. It's like if there was ever some pie
I
peddlers.
have pie drama. You
Yeah.
can go on.
Well, I would
That's
love to
what
hear about
she
the pie
said.
drama in a bit, but they have like a berry pie where they do raspberry, they do strawberry.
Can you please talk like my teacher when you say that?
But they have it's to die for. They give you the pie, but the bottom layer it's not like a cheesecake, but it's like a whipped
cream
creamy
cheese, yeah.
yeah. But that is like such. that's kind of what I'm picturing.
It's like a no-bake cheesecake.
Yeah, but it's
Like-
very whippy, and
you
I
know,
love it.
But the only
It's
thing
to
I have
die
about
for.
those kind of pies is that, like, okay, so you get like strawberry cream cheese.
Yeah.
The glaze on the strawberries like ruins it for me.
I
Yeah.
love
Do
the
you know what I mean? It's
I've
like,
always wanted to make one of those cream pies, but then put my
Let's.
raspberry jelly on top.
Sure.
That would
Mystery J is a huge fan
There's
of my
just
raspberry
something
jelly.
about when like the
true fucking
the
story.
fruit
Gary, I would eat your
component of
raspberry
the cheesecake or when it gets too like thick or like there's skin on it, it's just like ruins it for me.
Yeah.
Because even like when Carl will get like chocolate pudding pie or whatever, it's like the skin on top.
See,
is like,
I'm surprised Carl wouldn't get the lemon meringue.
well, he does.
That
But they
man
don't always
likes
have that.
Fair enough. But that man loves a good lemon meringue.
I mean, who doesn't?
And you know, I love apple pie. Like that's my favorite pie. But
really?
and I love the crust.
You need to try Courtney's apple
The
pie.
Dutch apple pie is like in theory so good, but it's like sometimes there's the crunchy part is like it's just a really big chunk, and I can't cut
we
through
were
it.
just
And
talking
it just-
about that when
it's
we
like,
were at Betty's.
The ratio is just off. Like I need more filling.
I love the
for that
crumbly
kind of
part.
crumbly.
Yeah.
You know,
So at Betty's, the caramel apple was like a Dutch top,
That's my favorite.
but it was the perfect amount of like perfect blend of crispy, floury, sugary.
flour and sugary.
It was to die for. Oh, the flour and the sugar.
Don't forget to return the pie bag. I can't do it anymore.
That's okay. There was no pie pan to return.
No.
But anyway.
Otherwise, it's $8.99.
But Tiffany, I would love to hear your pie drama.
Once upon a time.
Ooh,
Once
this
upon
is
a pie.
fairy tale.
Once upon a pie.
Once upon a
Once upon a
pie.
time, I worked for Mega Co-op.
Oh, I thought this was going to be a
I've never been there either.
What the fuck?
24-hour restaurant off Claremont.
Hackles?
No, the one that you worked at.
Country Kitchen.
Oh, Country
Bitchin'
Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Yeah, no,
I
not
thought
a
it was going to be a country kitchen story where you sold
Okay.
pie.
No,
Yeah.
just somebody make note though for the Pop and Court's Cherry podcast. We need to go to Mega Co-op, I guess. Anyway,
so.
continue.
Sorry, we built a new gas station on Melby. Circa 2000, what do you think, 10? 8? 9-ish? Anyone got an idea?
Is that-
Oaklarians?
Is that the one with the herbs and gerbs in
I'd say
it?
It
back.
does have an herbs and gerbs.
Oh yeah, I
Back
love that
on-
one.
It was around the time
07.
that you bought your house.
Before it was an herbs and gerbs.
What's an herbs and
I think it's
gerbs?
about the time
Herbert's
that you
and
bought your
Gerbert's.
house.
Oh,
It was.
let me guess. You've never eaten at
So-
Herbert's.
so like
No
time is the
fucking
review of
kidding.
your
You've never eaten at Herbert's and Gerbert's.
Jesus Christ, Courtney.
Court, we're taking Court to Herbs and Gerbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking
Make sure
I fought a kangaroo and
Make
conceived my child in Australia, but I've never.
Right?
Mega Co-op.
Make sure you go on a day that
It was
they
a
have
camel.
the peanut butter bars because I get ticked when I go and order one and then they're like, "Yep," and I go to pick it up and they're like, "Oh, we're out of those. Would you like some cookies?" Like, I don't want
No.
cookies. I want to order the fucking cookies. I could go for some pie though.
And I think I know where you're going with this. So continue.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. So there.
So it was like a themed, it was like our newest station, so it's very exciting, and I got hired to be the opener, which is like one step below management. So like if you become an opener, then you can be an assistant manager, and then you can be a manager. So this was my path in life.
You're a big deal.
I was kind of a big deal.
Still is.
It was a log
True story.
cabin style.
Yep.
It's very pretty.
Did they have the big Liney's chair at that time?
They did right
Okay,
away,
right from
at
the
beginning.
get-go.
Mhm.
Obviously.
And then
that's
the
draw.
dog park.
Yeah, the little dog park, which I've actually taken my dog there, only because we were at the gas station. She needed to pee, and I'm like, this is a perfect opportunity.
The dog's been there, and I haven't.
Yeah, I've had dogs that have gone there, and you haven't gone there.
So before the Herberts and Gerberts was Herberts and Gerberts, it was a pie shop.
Yep, I knew that.
Ooh.
Not only was it a pie shop, but it was the ladies who made Main Street Cafe pies.
Yeah, I heard that
Because
story.
there was a kerfuffle, if you will, with the Main Street Cafe people. And she's like, F you, I'm going to go make my pies elsewhere. And she did. And we sold a lot of those damn pies.
I remember that.
Not only that, but those old ladies were great. And I opened, so my job was to get the newspapers in the morning and make all the counts and do the lottery stuff. But I would cut out the crosswords for her and save them, and she would bring me pie.
Nice.
Oh my God, that's like such a sweet setup.
That setup is to die for.
It was, and the pies are really good.
Yeah,
And you didn't have to pay
so
$8.99.
I didn't know your connection to that, but I actually knew that story. I heard about the kerfuffle and how Mega like vultured them away, and they set up that spot there because it was convenient for them from where they lived, and they made all the pies there. But then they went to all the Megas.
Yep.
And that was genius on whoever did that.
Those pie ladies were the best.
Yeah.
Loved them. They made my job so great.
Full
I'm not
and-
sure there was a vulture situation really, but they were like, "You don't want to work there anymore? We'll sell your pies, lady."
Yeah. The reason I knew it though is because Putnam's fucking love pie,
I can tell.
and my dad knew the whole goddamn story.
Did you know that on Sundays, and I don't know, I haven't done this as of recent, but for the Main Street Bloomer Pie place, on Sundays they have a breakfast buffet, and it's just all kinds of fucking pie.
Oh
My God.
And like you can just try like 27 different kinds of pie.
So when are we
with
going to
your
go there? And that's
breakfast.
going to be an episode
I'd really like to do that for second breakfast, please.
Right?
on location. On
Yeah.
location
Can
episode.
we go to the place at 4 a.m.? And then we'll go, and then,
Maxine's for early
Can we-
breakfast.
can we
and then
wear a
second
muumuu?
breakfast. Yeah, actually,
Yes.
that'd be perfect.
excellent.
Nice.
Thank you.
So we're going to take Courtney there, and we could do that
It's
tonight.
just a grocery store, right?
No, it's a gas
It's
station.
a gas station. It's not that.
It's nothing.
I don't know.
But you
what
do
you're
need,
it's a
trying
pretty
you do
gas
need to eat
station.
herbs and herbs at some point.
Yeah.
Because
is
they give
that?
you they cut
It's a
the
sandwich place.
Oh, okay.
They have really good chili.
they cut the center out of the bread and they make the sandwich and they put the bread on top. So when you get soup, you can dip the bread guts in the
I
soup,
used
and
to
it's
do that
like
like once
It's
a
the
week
best
when
part
I
of
worked
our
at Burger
sugar.
Company.
Which is only, to me, that's what you should do. Because, like, Jimmy John's, they just throw it away. And it's like, fuck you.
I want my
Somebody
guts.
might
I
want,
want
that.
some of that bread.
You want the
That's what you get
guts,
from an alleged shark fucker.
Yeah.
allegedly.
Wait, what?
A few years ago, there was a picture that came out with someone who looked suspiciously like Jimmy
Jimmy?
John, like naked on a shark on a yacht, like
A real shark?
very.
What in the
Pull
what?
it up, Gary.
What in the what?
All right, here we go.
And is
Look
his name
this shit up.
actually Jimmy John? Because that's a ridiculous
No,
name.
No.
it's
Actually, we went to middle school with a guy named, and I always thought that was funny because like it's really his name.
Interesting.
no. I
Do you
can't
think his?
remember.
Oh,
It's a
my.
dead shark?
Oops. Something went
I
wrong.
think so. I
Reddit.
think they they went fishing and then hauled it up, and there was a dude posing with it,
That's weird.
and it looked a lot.
Amanda,
like
you
the-
take the mouse. It's the distance. It won't work. So
It looked a lot like
you
the
gotta-
guy.
Run the computer.
there you go. Oh, Jesus.
That's horrifying.
Oh,
We make it so I can see it, or do I not want to?
Amanda has to.
Yeah,
Amanda,
don't
do
want
the
If you
screen
see
share.
Richard Simmons on a bed of lettuce, you gotta see the founder on the shark.
Just waiting for the reaction. There we go.
Oh, classic. Great face. Love that for you.
He looks really pleased with himself.
Yeah.
Why is he not wearing clothes on this boat?
He probably had a few beers.
There are
Why-
so
what do
many
you mean?
questions raised by this photo.
And so few answers provided. No one has been able to positively identify this large naked man atop a dead shark yet, although their theories abound.
Huh.
I have seen pictures where it is confirmed him, and he's like posing with dead animals where he went like big game hunting in Africa.
Right.
But usually you have like
Clothes on.
Yeah, he had clothes on in those.
like
Yes,
The ones
safari
we've seen anyway.
type
Good
you know,
point.
adventuring
the ones we've
clothing.
seen.
Do you think he just has a room in
Yeah,
his
hey, see,
house?
there's
See,
the
there he is
picture, yeah.
with the dead animals.
Fucking killed an elephant. What a piece of shit.
He is. He really
wanna
is. I'm glad
know-
he sold it.
Another founder that's a piece of shit?
Not
Is-
Dave Thomas.
Not Dave Thomas. Dave Thomas was decent.
No, I'm not going to say that.
Good,
person.
good.
The
Aww.
owner of
damn
the. Yeah, a
Can't
lot
have
of
anything nice.
Are they not involved anymore though? Please tell
No,
me that's
no,
the
they're
case.
still.
God
mhm.
damn it.
He's like taken a lot of pictures of women naked from like girlfriends and whatnot, and he's posted them.
What a douche.
And
You can just go to jail
Revenge
for
porn.
I
that.
actually know one of the women that happened to.
Yeah, I heard some sketchy stuff
Major
about those
lawsuit
guys.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard he also tried to fuck the Sasquatch from the commercials.
I hear
And
that
take a
this-
picture of it on a yacht.
I hear the Sasquatch is totally fuckable. He's supposed to be gorgeous. Whoever plays
Oh,
him.
like yeah.
Oh, I get. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Messing with Squatch.
What if it's actually? You remember in that episode of Saved by the Bell when they were playing volleyball at the beach club, and they get that really tall guy to play? What if it's him?
Ooh.
What if like that's what he does now? He plays Sasquatch.
I don't know.
I just invented that
I want
story.
to,
But that would
and
make
then
me happy.
I want him to also dress up like Beef Squatch.
Yeah. Who got beef squatch?
You got beef squatched.
I think if we have listeners who are listening to this,
Well, apparently
they've
your
made
cousins are listening because
and
you
they've
named. You're like, so my cousins correct me if you're listening to this. So we at least have your cousins listening to it.
and we've made it this far, please suggest delicious diners for us.
Yeah.
Or
Shout out
even
to the.
holes in the wall that aren't even that great, but it's got a good experience.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. Because I went to one in Minnesota. We were at a family reunion. The family reunion that we went to in Texas moves around. So like every 2 or 3 years, there's one in a different state wherever someone can host it.
I'm jealous of your family
This one was in
reunions.
Minnesota.
My family reunions suck balls.
And
We don't
we
have them.
went
Exactly.
there.
No. The do. We just don't show up.
Well,
We went
that's
to
on
this
you.
diner on the way to the
on me.
reunion. So it was me and my grandma and grandpa, and we ate at this hole in the wall. And I'd never heard that phrase before until we got there. It was literally like the
glory hole?
the counter. There was like the counter and like
Can you please suggest
What if there
diners
was a
with
glory hole
holes?
that gave out pie?
you just sit there with your mouth open.
Blueberry. I didn't see it coming. Custard.
But like I ordered a turkey sandwich, and I'm picturing like a diner turkey sandwich, and like when they bring it out to me, it's literally like someone just took a piece of bread out of like 2 pieces of bread out of like the grocery store and put butter and turkey, and there's my sandwich. I was like,
Thank you.
what? And some potato chips. I was like, what the fuck is this? My little 12-year-old heart was like, I was thinking I'd get like this nice
Yeah.
big triple decker kind of with toothpicks in it kind of
Yeah.
sandwich. I was like, nope.
Did you ever play swords with the toothpicks?
Yeah.
Because they always had like the little
Little
ribbony-
cellophane. Yeah.
Ooh, your thing just reminded me though, like the big triple decker sandwich. Amanda and I felt bad for Amanda, but we, not knowing what we were getting into when we were in New York, went to Carnegie Deli. That is a big fucking sandwich. I mean, it's stacked so goddamn high.
I hear that Bowser from Shannon on Arthur Fonzarelli eat there.
Oh, they do. They do.
Nice.
What makes a diner a diner? Is that they're open early and closed early? That they
I think it's more of the vibe in my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my brain, it's a vibe thing. Is there another diner?
I've got one. I don't know. I don't know if it's a diner proper. It'd probably be more of like a.
Well,
a
we're expanding now. I
dive.
mean, we just threw in a deli, so
So it was up in New Auburn. I don't think it's around anymore. If memory serves, it was called.
Ooh.
Very good food.
Are they related to the what was it? Attitude Alleys?
I don't know.
Very good
Was it
food.
the same kind of fun?
Reasonably priced. Clown decor
Oh.
everywhere. Every like inch of available space. Windowsills, counters, clowns,
I don't think I could take that.
paintings.
I don't think I
Clown
could take
paintings.
it. Yeah.
Wow.
Large man ran the place.
Was his name John Wayne Gacy?
Fucking spot on. Like if he had an accomplice that got away,
cook.
it was this dude.
Really?
Like he had like grill like spatter marks all
Oh,
over
yeah.
his arms. And he was kind of gruff like to the customers, but he was super mean to his mom, who was this little tiny old woman that was like, hostess, server, running all the food. And, he'd be yelling at her, "Ma, orders up." And she's like busting her ass. And he's like banging his spatula around. And it was so uncomfortable to go in there. Unreal. If anybody out there,
So like prime family
encountered
therapy.
yeah, it was just, I question whether it actually happened. Because it's just,
You tell someone about it from the town, and they're like, "That place burned down years ago."
it's like a fucking fever dream.
Oh.
Like it's just
Or
wild.
like the Friends episode where she's been dead for 10 years, and it was actually like a ghost thing that he
Yeah.
encountered.
It makes me wonder.
What was its name?
So
In
what
New
was
Auburn.
the fun part? Just the clowns?
The fun part was that
The
they were in New
cheer?
Auburn.
Presumably.
Or was it
The
fun for
food-
him to yell at his mom?
Maybe. I don't know.
I wonder if you could find it on Google Maps still, as closed permanently, maybe.
Maybe the fun was fun figuring out if you'd like leave without like obtaining some amount of trauma.
Maybe. And I've heard mixed
It
stories
does say,
about
it does
the
say
dude.
permanently closed on Google. But
Okay.
I've
Are there
heard-
any photos? Can you click on that?
I've heard he was like just a rude, mean person all around town. I've heard that he was
You've been
actually like
interviewing people, Joe?
a nice person.
Click
No,
on
but
that first.
when I meet somebody and they
there
mention
you go.
like, oh, I'm from New Auburn or I spent a lot of time in New Auburn, I have to bring up.
Technically, I'm from New Auburn.
None of that looks fun on the
It,
outside.
yeah, it's very nondescript from
Yeah,
that
no.
picture.
You would think
It's
they
right
would-
on the main drag there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's right at the T.
Yeah, it was something else.
Click on
Yes,
the, click
oh,
on
the
the
menu.
Yelp. Click on the Yelp.
You would think it would have like some fun murals or something at the very least.
I'm surprised nobody raised an eyebrow to the fact that I'm
tech.
technically from there. No,
No,
nothing?
no
Okay.
reviews.
I wish I
Okay,
would have
wait,
taken
go
some
back.
pictures, but it was back in the day.
How do you take
Didn't really
pictures
have-
of that? I think that he would yell at you.
Z menu.
Well, I didn't have. I don't think I even had a cell phone when I ate there. I could have gone missing.
Be updated soon.
Ugh. I hate these predatory websites like this. Like when you go to look up an obituary and you can find like someone just reading the obituary.
Oh,
on
that'll be a
YouTube.
whole fucking episode because
I
this
love reading
girl
obituaries.
loves obituaries.
Well, I love
So-
obituaries too, but I want to read
See?
it.
I'm not the
Fair.
only one.
I just sent you all a picture of a diner. Well, not. It's a picture of the food I ate
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna
at
find
the
it.
diner.
Oh
Damn
wait,
it.
when does it say when it permanently closed? Sometimes they do.
Oh, yummy.
Now,
No.
when we were in Texas and we were in Shiner, which is where the
Shiner Bock?
Shiner Brewery is,
Oh, fun.
because that's where Carl's. They have like a factory there, so he did a little work while we were on vacation.
Says it's
He-
good for kids.
The first time he went there, he was told the Cow Palace was like a great place to go. And now it's one of those places that you look at the outside, and you're like, oh, I'm not sure about this. But he'd been there before, so I knew it would be good. But very, very small, very tiny. But the food was so good. I had country fried steak with a baked potato, and came with like diner toast.
I love
And I had the chicken noodle soup too, which was so good.
No, literally, my mouth started watering as soon as I looked at that picture. Like,
And like
now, I'm
country fried
super
steak
hungry.
is not something I normally get, but it was
I
like
fucking
that
love
sounded
country
so
fried
good.
steak.
And I was
Yes.
like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I
Why is
love
it so good?
Why do I love white
Because
gravy
they
so
took a
much?
steak, beat the shit out of it, deep fried it, and then gave you gravy.
Honestly, no wonder we're unhealthy adults.
And my mom had this like beef enchilada platter, which
it's all
was
about
delicious.
moderation. It's all about moderation, you know?
But I took a picture of it because my friend Kathy was like, "You better tell me all the great food you have," because even like at our family reunion, like the picnic, the first night we had red snapper and shark.
Nice.
Like one of the people at the reunion like supplied that for the night and like fried it all up there, and it was actually really good.
This is related. So Amanda and I, in just a couple, like in a month, we're going to Cali. We're going to go to
Can't hear you
California.
very well, Leah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Leah. Go ahead.
Oh, I just wondered if it was the shark that Jimmy John humped.
I hope so. At least then we know it went to good use.
But we're going to go to Cali, and it's not a diner, but there's a fast food place called In-N-Out Burger. But because it's referenced on so many podcasts that I listen to, because they live in California, and it's just referenced in shows, I'm like, I desperately want to eat there. But I'm totally going to do it. We're going to eat at In-N-Out, and I'm going to be like, woohoo.
It better
hard
be
part-
better than White Castle.
A
It's
white.
definitely better than White Castle.
Yeah.
White Castle smells like
promise.
barf.
I love White Castle, but Amanda hates
I've never
it.
been there.
The
Well,
hardest
no
part,
shit. That I kind of figured.
I
I
find
would be
the
shocked if you had been.
Honestly, I would have been really shocked.
The
if you
hardest
had
part
been
to
there.
me is when you go to a place like that and you're out of town and it's like, oh, we get to go to an In-N-Out Burger. Like, what do I order?
Yeah.
Because you want to order all of it.
Yup.
Can I get one of everything?
Absolutely. I know that dilemma. I've been there many, many times.
I have to say, when we went to Popeyes together, and it was my first time at Popeyes, I was very pleased.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, the biscuit, I was really like, oh, the biscuit looks kind of dry and blah, and it was really good.
The
You know,
whole time.
people have said that about our Wicker Biscuits.
They are very good.
The whole time Ryan and I kept referencing the Biscuit song.
Yeah, taste the biscuit.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the
Please
tell me,
goodness
Tiffany, you've
of the
seen it.
biscuit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So I have this thing that I call, what do I call it, like fast food restaurant dyslexia.
Okay.
So it usually happens at Taco John's. I want a number like 3, but I'm thinking about like the 2 tacos, and I'll say a number 2, and then I'll say I want, or vice versa. Like I want the number 2, but I'll say number 3, and like for no reason, it's just that's what comes out of my mouth. I'm like, and I can get sour cream on that. And they're like, well, it comes with sour cream, and then I realize, oh, I've ordered the wrong thing. Well, I went to KFC one day recently, and I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna get like a 4-piece, and like a meat, whatever, potatoes and coleslaw and whatever. And I get up there, and I don't know why, but my mouth said, I'll take a number 3, and then my soda. And then I get up to the window, and I go to myself, what the fuck did I just order? I don't know what the numbers are. Like, 3 was in my brain, so I said number 3. And it ended up being, like, chicken tenders and fries, and it was really good. But it was like, no clue why. Surprise. I'm like, I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to take whatever I ordered. I'll eat it.
Well, at least you were nice about it.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say anything.
And that's nice, because I know people that
Hey,
be
what
like,
did I order? She hands it to me, and I'm like, well, definitely was not what I was thinking I was ordering. But I knew that when I pulled up, like, what did I order? I ordered a number 3. What the hell's that?
I don't think I ever order the number. I think I just say what I want. Like,
Fair enough.
I want fries, and
But see, that's the thing. People like me get weirdly fidgety about things like that. So, like, when they have numbers, it's just easier for me to say a number because then I don't have to, like, I want this. And certain places, I get anxiety about, how do I order here? Because, like, KFC is a place I don't order at a lot. So sometimes ordering there is like, what do I want? Can I just tell you what pieces of chicken I want? what I want with it?
I have a weird thing about that. Like, when I will order, like, a number 3, I'll be like, oh, can I get a number 3? And they're like, do you want the sandwich or the meal? And in my mind, the 3 is the meal. The 3 is not the sandwich. So I'm like, I said number 3, bitches. I want the whole goddamn meal.
Combo.
But they're just doing a job and making sure that I'm clear.
Unless you said, I want the number 3, but just the sandwich.
Fair enough.
Right.
Fair enough.
Because I get that, too, because maybe I don't want to say the name of the sandwich.
I'm sure there's some asshole.
Well, it's their fault for naming the sandwich the pussy liquor. I don't want to say the name of the sandwich.
I mean, I would order that sandwich.
Fair enough.
Leah, do you have a diner?
I do.
Let's hear about it.
I would like to talk about, I don't know if it would be considered a diner. It's diner-esque. It is also closed, and it's also not far from New Auburn. It is in Cornell, Wisconsin.
Oh,
It's called John
Henry's.
Henry's. Yeah. And it's where we went when we worked at Girl Scout camp, which you'll hear more about in a future episode. But it's where we went when we had our time off. And it was just this like tiny place with probably no more than like 12 tables. Yeah, no. And you could eat like so much fucking food for like $5.
Yes.
Like, it was so cheap. It was like,
Which was good because we were not getting paid a lot.
I'm gonna get cheese curds. I'm gonna like get a entree, like a sandwich with fries and a soda and a milkshake, and it's like $5. Like,
I always thought it was really especially fun to watch the vegetarians order there because they weren't like a vegetarian friendly place, so they would get like 10 sides instead.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Well, it was always like grilled cheese and fries and cheese curds and a milkshake.
Well, you said vegetarians plural. Did go with you or?
No, there was just lots of hippies at Girl Scout camp.
Fair
and-
enough.
Lots of vegetarians.
Okay.
She actually taught me when she worked at McDonald's for a little while before, like the year before she went to Germany. She was like saving up money, and she told me she would make her the sandwich. So it was like she'd take the hamburger buns and toast them backwards, and then put like mayo and tomato and lettuce on that bun. And I would do that at Hardee's, and it was so good.
Yeah.
There's something about that kind of bun, like the starchy, like mass-produced bun with mayo and lettuce and tomato that was like, this is so tasty.
Right. Yeah. I would do that too. Because like when we'd mess up on a burger, but like the burger was like if it dropped
The burger part was fine, yeah.
And then like there was times where we'd make a sandwich and something went wrong, like the burger fell or something. So it's like, and then somebody else made one. I don't know. But there was times where I had all the stuff but no meat, and I just eat it. I'm like, yum yum. It was good.
And then mark it on the waste sheet like you didn't just eat it.
Leah, I love that you brought that up. John Henry's was delightful. It also had very like Northwoods vibes.
Yeah.
So also not a diner, but
like small town creepy vibes. It was like friendly small town vibes.
Right.
But that story with the vegetarians reminds me of when Leah took us on an adventure to that vegan place in Menominee.
Oh,
Do you remember that? I went with us too.
With that, yep, was the
Blue Moon Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I had like a really good
story.
hummus and sprout sandwich. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but we made it a thing where we would go on half days, and we'd go with too because she was also vegetarian. So it'd be like and me and any other vegetarians we could find, or other people that would like willingly go with us, and we'd go bowling, and we'd go to this vegetarian restaurant in Menominee, and then we'd steal bowling shoes sometimes.
That's naughty. I never did that.
Oh.
But I do
Were you
remember
the
talking
kid?
about it.
Were you
Fun
the good
fact,
kid,
bowling
Ryan?
But they had
shoes have
smoothies, and they were like tofu
I
smoothies.
was a good kid, but sometimes I was sassy for no reason. Like, Leah and Laura take us to this vegetarian restaurant, and when we're done, I go, Gary, we have to stop at the gas station so I can buy some beef jerky. But I was actually still hungry, so it wasn't like I was just being mean, but I was like, I'm so hungry, though. It was really good, but I need more in my belly.
Yeah.
Leah, what did you say about bowling shoes? Fun facts?
Oh, fun fact about bowling shoes, they don't have any traction on the bottom, so if you wear them, like, for example, in a high school hallway, you just fall down a lot.
Yep.
She's not coming back.
It just sounded like somebody like fell or something.
Oh, he's a monster. He's just jumping all around.
I was just worried that she like fell down the stairs. I'm like, oh. I
No,
was
no,
gonna
no.
go
That's
catch
totally
her.
coming from bedroom.
Oh.
So if anybody heard any of that, that's my son. He's just flopping around like a fish upstairs. 'cause
Speaking
what
of,
else-
I have his birthday
they do.
present that's over a month overdue, and I want to see him open it.
Didn't you say something about a present?
I do have a present. Is now a good time for presents?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would like to present this to Mystery J.
Ooh, baby.
If it's all right, I actually want the bag back, as weird as that sounds.
Wow.
Quite all right.
We don't want the clutter.
But this has to do with a topic you brought up in the pod. So when I saw this, I thought, oh, this is for Jay.
Oh boy.
Oh lordy, it looks like the shape of a calendar. Yes, it does.
It does, but it's
It looks like the shape of a
Voices
roast
of the
beef.
Loon.
it's a vinyl record of loon calls.
What?
Yeah.
That should be our opening theme.
Yes.
But you brought up the loons during the freeze thing, and I'm like, oh, loves loons. So when I saw it at the record store, I'm like, I got to get this.
And there's Loon facts on the back.
Yeah.
I wonder if loons have the big penis like the ducks do.
Probably.
Oh yeah. Was
would
that
think
the
so.
same?
The
Was that the
corkscrew
same
wang?
episode where we talked about the
Yeah.
penis shapes?
Probably.
Excellent.
I
Platypus penis.
So there you go.
am so intrigued. Please do not play recorded loon calls near waters occupied by breeding pairs.
Yep.
Can
Throws them off.
destabilize things. What?
Well,
Yeah.
they see your sexy body too. You know,
Well, thank you.
you're very welcome.
I'm just imagining a person in a rowboat with their
Now you've got some
The
incentive
record
to get a
player.
nice record player.
Have you listened to it?
No, I haven't.
We do.
Probably
We-
that
we could
John
listen to it
guy
upstairs if
naked.
you want.
Should we have a listening party?
Loon calls playing.
Well, if you've got a little bit, we're probably gonna be wrapping up soon, so we could go listen to it quick.
Are we gonna biscuit?
Well, why don't we take a break here? We'll wrap up our chat session, and when we get back, we'll do our buttered biscuits. And we're back. So I would like to invite you all to share a buttered biscuit, or any biscuit. I'm sorry, it could be burnt or buttered. But please, would you like to share your biscuit? Let's start off with Ryan. Is that all right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you share us a biscuit, please?
I don't know if mine's buttered or burned.
Is it just regular
there's,
biscuit?
there's just a couple things that's like I could complain about that or I could talk about this, but no, I've had a really good couple of days off of work, and like the worst part is always like I'm still off tomorrow, but the way this job is with having to go in so early, it's like tomorrow is like, you know, you have to go to bed at like 8:30, right? So like the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
day, it's like grade school Sundays, but times 10.
The Sunday scaries.
Yeah.
Like when I made the biscuits at Hardee's.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, you got to be in there at 4 a.m. So then actually what I started doing is I just didn't go to bed at night. And I would,
But this is when like I think I could handle that because like when I was training, the getting up to work at 4 didn't bother me at all because I was usually done by like 11 or 1. But now that I'm like a full actual person that works there, it's like 4 a.m. till sometimes 6:30 at night, and it's like, and if you have to do that multiple days in a row, it's like I get home from work, I eat a little food, and then I go, well, I should get ready for bed soon, and it's just like this is gross.
yeah.
And the 6 days off in a row was really nice, but it's like
Adulting is super
it's
gross.
stupid.
I would say that's a burnt biscuit.
It's a burnt biscuit.
And you know what? We support you.
That's because you're cute.
You're well supported.
At least slightly stale.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Courtney, how are your biscuits doing?
My biscuits are nice and warm and fluffy and just fantastic because it's this time of year that it's July. And I don't know if you guys know about one of my pastimes during the summer. Gary does.
with monarch butterflies.
Ooh.
I collect them, I tag them, and once they're
Kidnap them?
tagged, they can like monitor the course on their migration.
Nice.
So I'll be doing that here. I'll be getting the tags, and they'll probably be here. I'll start tagging in the middle of August.
Nice.
That's awesome. How do you go about like capturing them?
Lots of milkweed. It's divine.
Net them?
Well, no. What I do
Milkweed
is
is evolved, right?
well, I start from the egg usually.
Okay, okay.
And I'll hunt for them. They look like a little football on a little leaf. And then in 3 to 4 days, they'll hatch. And I'll raise them through the whole caterpillar stage.
Okay.
And then into, the chrysalis. And then when they hatch, it looks like a little, almost like a hole punch. It's about the size of that. It's a little sticker. And it fastens to their wing. And then it has like a location monitoring number and all that on it. And then should somebody find it, it'll actually, there's so much writing on a little tiny sticker, but it'll say monarchwatchdog.org is where
Why
I
don't
do
they
it
do
through.
like a QR code?
And you enter a code into the website.
I'm saying they should put on a QR code so you can just take a picture of it.
Do you guys remember the dollar tracking thing?
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Like where's Washington or something stupid like that.
So then they can just track, because like I put in information to the website saying, okay, I released this one on this day from this location. So then they know where it's dead or alive. They'll log it.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's cool. Where do you like all the way down to Mexico or South
Mexico.
America or
Yep.
wherever they go?
Yep. The ones that we release up here in August are the migrators. They live longer and they'll get all the way down to Mexico. So yeah, it's pretty fascinating, really, and it never gets old. Like to see them just come out of their little chrysalis. That's just so beautiful.
I believe they do the that process at Beaver Creek Reserve as well. The tagging.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I do it partially too with our nursing home. So the residents are involved with the tag and release process too.
That's
So
Very neat.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
When you tag one of them, right after you tag them, be like, "You're it."
I will, just for you.
Thank you. That's
And
a
say, "No
beautiful
tagbacks."
biscuit.
Thank you. I think we skipped past you, Leah.
Let's jump back to Leah.
That's all right.
Well, it's not all right.
I've got
We love you.
good, wholesome, gluten-free biscuits.
Yes.
Tomorrow's my birthday,
Yay.
Happy birthday.
Hey.
so I'm gonna hang out with my friend. I took off. I don't usually work on my birthday. I usually take off. So I'm gonna hang out with my friend. We're gonna go get some brunch. And go do
Ooh,
some
where are you
thrift
going for brunch?
Oh, I love
for
brunch.
funsies.
Where's brunch?
Gonna help her do some random weird projects around her house,
Leah.
which is fun and good.
You
Can't
know.
hear me. Leah, I
Yeah.
need to know where brunch is.
Oh, so it's going to be either at Short Stack or Marigold. I haven't decided yet.
Short stack.
If I lived in
So-
the town
Tiffany
you
and I
live-
have been there, as you can tell.
So good.
Of
I
course,
would
Short
go to
Stack is
Vanilla
always
Bean.
good, right?
not
But
a
like
restaurant,
Marigold
but-
has I think I don't know if they still have them. I have to look at the menu and decide. But they had these lemon ricotta gluten-free pancakes. And
Oh,
usually
nice.
most places you can find gluten-free pancakes, but they're just plain. Like there's no like
No fun.
gluten-free pancakes or like the sweet potato gluten, like they don't have gluten-free of like the specialty ones, but they have like lemon ricotta gluten-free. And that's
Nice.
exciting to me.
That
so I
is
might
exciting.
Is this the big 40 or just 39?
39.
39, your baby.
yeah.
She is the baby of the group, I think.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
babyest
you're
baby.
younger than Amanda. Yeah.
I'm the baby. I'm a wee baby child.
Okay. Oh, that's me then.
That's my
Well, thanks for sharing that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
On a very side note, she had mentioned lemon business, and
I was yes. Throw it out,
yes,
please.
I came up with the best concoction. So you take Gary's lemon curd, just like a teaspoon of it, mix it with like a half cup of cottage cheese.
Oh,
Blows your mind.
I bet it's great.
It's like cheesecake.
That sounds
Phenomenal.
Well, cottage cheese isn't that far off from ricotta, so like a lemon ricotta would be very
Yeah.
close to
I
that.
don't like ricotta.
So I love ricotta,
Hot
but
take. Hot take. Don't like
that is a
ricotta.
hot take, and I'll take it. So,
Tiffany, what's your biscuit?
Tiffany,
I don't know that I have one.
that's okay.
I'll be your biscuit.
I feel like you are my biscuit.
Oh,
I feel like so much stuff has happened since the last time I talked about a biscuit. I wish I knew what my last biscuit was.
It was your new
Your job.
position.
Yes. Yep. That's exciting. I hit a deer with my car
Oh.
at the end of May, which was a very burnt biscuit because I loved that car. Really, really,
So
truly.
it totaled?
Total.
sorry to
I was
hear
on the
that.
freeway. I was going real fast. Maybe like 2 seconds of braking. Honestly, it was like it jumped up. And anyway, big sad. I did get a new car. So now
What'd you get?
I got a Subaru Outback.
Nice.
I had a Subaru Forester.
Yeah.
But they didn't have any on the lot. So I could have ordered a new one
Mm-hmm.
if I wanted to. But I just decided to get this one. And that's my buttered biscuit because I really love my new car.
I love the color.
It is pretty
dark
blue.
blue,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a real pretty color. I
Your
think
face is a
that's
pretty
it.
color.
True
Thank
story.
you. Yeah, no, I think summer's been going pretty well overall.
This has been a phenomenal summer.
I've been a little stressed, if I'm being honest,
Well,
getting ready for my first year at the new
Right.
job, but,
That I
like,
don't blame you on. But as far as like, I always feel the summer slip by too quick. But like this summer, I feel like I'm getting a lot of stuff in. And a lot of that's been thanks to you guys. Because going to the music in the park, that's been awesome.
It's been so nice.
And yeah, so my summer has been amazing.
Yeah, we have gotten to do a lot more stuff or I have personally gotten to do a lot more stuff, and I got to meet Gary doing some of that stuff.
This upcoming week, I think it'll be a good one. If it's the one I'm thinking of.
I can't go because I'm driving to Milwaukee because I'm going to see Green Day and the Foo Fighters.
Milwaukee.
So kind
That's
of,
fair.
That's what I was gonna say.
yeah, Milwaukee. Yes. Which I also always say in my head anytime I say that.
I'm going to teach that to my students.
You should.
Show them the clip too, because it's funnier.
Jay, do you have any biscuits?
There have been some bright spots, like music in the park, but I'm an overflowing bin of burnt biscuits for the most part, which I won't get into too much, but you buttered my biscuit with the
I need you to at least unload one biscuit. Let
loon.
us help get you through it.
loon.
The voices
record.
of the loon. I'm really glad you like that.
I love that, and you buttered my biscuit
Now-
with the cottage cheese.
You've,
That's
and
added to the
and
grocery
you've
list.
got some of the curd.
I do.
It's to
die for.
I've been getting after it though.
But you have to return the jar.
Peanut butter and lemon curd toast in the morning.
So that's what I want to do. I want to actually that pie that was from Main Street where it's got the cream and then the fruit on top. I was going to do that, but with the lemon curd on top.
That would be great.
Jay, I don't know if you heard, but Courtney wants one of your burnt biscuits.
Yeah, we need to
Just give us one.
we need to help
Give
you
you a
through
quick
it.
one.
Real bad.
If you don't like it, I can always cut it.
It's a lot. I don't know. There's
There's too many slots and not enough time.
It burns the fuck out of my biscuit.
there's work things. There's personal things that
Oh.
Mystery J can't.
No worries, man.
Gotcha.
We're good.
All right, Gary. Butter my biscuits.
Gosh, my biscuit is very buttered. Things are just going really well right now. Like I said earlier, it's been a very happy summer. Lots of great things have happened around music festivals, and concerts. We've had great music in the park that I've got to enjoy with you guys. This weekend, Amanda and I are going to see, so we're going to see Green Day, we're going to see Foo Fighters.
Nice.
We've got really good seats, and then we've got tickets to some other music stuff later. I actually got to talk to Ryan because we were going to go see Kiss, and they actually just posted a concert in Wisconsin. That's
at
going to
the
be a lot
track.
closer. So maybe we'll go see that. I don't know yet, but all in all,
Hey, I think that's in the territory of somewhat of the diner.
oh yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, just it's been a good summer, and my biscuit is feeling very buttered with all the
glad to
good
hear it,
music we
Gary.
get to listen to, and
Good
also getting to share my passion for vinyl with people.
Yes.
Your biscuit looks buttered, if I might say so.
Thank you. On that note,
Well, we love you all for listening.
yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you later, Tiffany's cousins. Have a good one.
Thank you for listening to Wicker Biscuit, a Podcast Ahoy production. The producers of Wicker Biscuit are Ryan LeMay, Gary Putnam, and Courtney Holleb. Executive producer is Gary Putnam. Recording and editing was done by Gary Putnam. Check out our social media for updates on upcoming pods and for clips and other media referenced in this episode. Because sharing is caring, the links can be found in the episode note. Check
check it out. Thanks again from everyone at the Wicker Biscuit family.